Hello and welcome to this special episode of the 6-Star Podcast that has been quickly thrown together because of the announcement that GTA 6
Emergency podcast
is being delayed. The emergency podcast. Very important we discuss
6-star wanted level, Matt.
Yes, a six-star wanted level. If anything deserves a 6-star wanted level, it is a delay of GTA 6 to May 2026. Well, May 26, 2026, which is hard to say. Did you see this coming, TG?
Tell you what, Matt. I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I was at a game of football.
Really?
I was sitting there, like an hour away from home. There were 50,000 people in that stadium, and I look at my watch. Rockstar Games. I'm like, what the? Check my phone. Grand Theft Auto 6. I was like, hold on, no. Is this the real Rockstar Games? Is now releasing May 26, 2026. And I looked to my right. I said, Dad, I'm sorry. We have to leave.
That's amazing.
Look, where were you? Tell me about it. Talk to me.
So, I was downstairs with Aitana, and we were just chilling or whatever, and I heard a beep from my phone, and it's a particular beep that I've only ever heard on my phone twice before, and it was like the emergency warning signal, the Dark Viper AU signal, if you like, the bat signal equivalents. That my mods can use if something really bad has happened.
No.
Only been used twice before, and it goes off, and I'm like, what could this possibly be? And I read it, and it's something like, you probably want to know this as soon as possible. And so it was a link to Rockstar's tweet, of course, and I immediately checked if it was real, because I've been done in by scams before, but I didn't get to it until half an hour after.
But because they post, this is random. They normally post 2 hours later than what they did. This was a very early tweet. Like 9:25 p.m. where I live. Like, okay.
It's funny though, because Aitana was like, sees my face drop, and I'm like shocked, and I'm like, oh no, and she's like, what? I'm like, GTA 6 has been delayed until May 26, 2026, and she says, oh, thank God, because she's happy, because she knows that once GTA 6 comes out, I'm gonna spend all my time playing it.
Yeah, she gets a boyfriend for another year.
I get to be her boyfriend for another year, basically. But obviously, I am quite dismayed about this news. You perhaps more than me. Like, if there's any person on the planet who wants this game out to come out more than me, it's you. But obviously, we're both devastated. And as I didn't notice what you just said there. That this is kind of a dropping of an announcement at an unexpected time. Was this a rushed announcement? I mean, because there's so little information in the announcement itself. Like, I think they're going to release something as like a consolation prize, or to soothe our bruises that have been caused by this news. But I don't think it's going to be that quick. I think they're going to let it settle for at least a couple of days and then drop something.
Let's do that. Let's talk about what we think this means for the future, and then we're going to have to set aside a little point in this podcast for us both to just let it out. We're very disappointed, and chat is very disappointed. So we'll get to that. Let's get a bit of hopium and copium going here. Let's hope. Let's talk about what we think this means for the near future.
I think they're finally going to release some advertising material for the game, and we're going to get a trailer and some screenshots and stuff to make us feel better about stuff, and that would be good.
I was just talking to chat before, pretty much saying that, right? Like, there's no way they go 514 days without even uttering the name Grand Theft Auto 6, and then delay the game, put some negative news out there, and then just not say anything again for months. There's no way, right? Like, isn't that just marketing 101? You put the negative stuff out there, and then you quickly put the positive stuff out there shortly after to get people hyped?
Yeah. And
you would think.
And there is some obvious silver lining to this, and that we do have a fixed date when the game is meant to come out. Didn't have that before. Although, obviously, we had an approximate date, and, but as a particular date is good, even if Rockstar has shown, even in recent memory, that they don't necessarily keep the dates that they put out there in the world.
Well, I mean, do we trust that they're going to hit this release date?
But they are giving a specific date this time, so if they're being more specific, they surely have to be more certain than they were. But why did this come about? I mean, we didn't read their announcement into the into this video, so we probably should because it's very short.
Yes, we've gotten ahead of. Put the cart before the horse here. Let's get that up.
So on Twitter and Instagram and probably other places that Rockstar communicates, I don't know, they gave a link to their newswire, and in the newswire it just had a couple of paragraphs. It says, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26, 2026. They announced this on May the 2nd, 2025. It says, hey everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26, 2026. That's actually hard to say. We are very sorry that this is later than you... Yeah.
There's a lot of sixes in there.
They say, we are very sorry that this is later than you expected. And who set those expectations? Rockstar? Like, it's in the trailer one.
How could you expect this?
Yeah, where did you get these expectations
We're all
from?
looking for the guy that got your hopes up. Where is he?
The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. And they do say there, soon. They're going to share more information soon, which does suggest we're not going to be waiting another, year for some advertising material, right?
Chat just mentioned that to me. So, February 4, 2022, Rockstar announced that the next Grand Theft Auto was in development. They finished that by saying at the end of that newswire, keep tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for more information soon.
Did they really?
It was 23 months until we heard of Grand Theft Auto 6 again, Matt.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't read into the end of that. Yeah, but soon, we're talking about Rockstar time here. That's not the same as normal time.
Okay, that's a good point.
Look...
There was something else in here, that whole exceeding your expectations thing, that kind of mirrors what Strauss Zelnick has been saying lately, that the goal is to exceed expectations and stuff. Do you think he had some idea that this was coming down the line and he was like, in a way, hinting towards a potential explanation as to why this delay is going to come, that they just don't feel it's polished enough? Or was he in the dark as well? Or?
One of the main developers of the earlier GTAs, up until GTA 4, Aubert Vermey, on Twitter, he posts on Twitter a lot, and he went sort of semi-viral at the end of last year for when he tweeted out saying Rockstar wouldn't actually know if the game is going to get delayed at this point. They wouldn't know until a few months before release. That's when they make that decision. So, do I think Strauss Zelnick knew? You're saying
Take-Two didn't know, not Rockstar?
He said that
Rockstar
when he was working on GTA 4, they didn't know that they were going to delay the game until a few months. Like, them at Rockstar didn't know if they would hit the deadline until a few months before the game came out. So, do I think Strauss Zelnick, when he was coming out saying the game's on track, do I think he knew that it would get delayed a month ago? Maybe. Do I think he knew 6 months ago? No. I don't think Rockstar knew until probably relatively recently, which is, when the game's coming down the pipeline, they're going to say, look, are we going to be able to fix all these bugs? Are all of these features going to be working? The answer was obviously no. So they're going to push the game back.
I mean, that's assuming it's an internal reason why it's getting delayed. I mean, it's always small possibility that it's an external thing, like things happening in the world, the tariffs and all that jazz. Maybe let's put a finger on the scale and push them to decide, or maybe a delay will be a bit better to see where things are in the next couple of months. I mean,
honestly, I think it's just because of how big the game's going to be, man.
Oh, yeah.
This game is going to be the biggest game ever. It is, and they're trying to blow us away. Like they said, they're going to try and exceed expectations. So if we're going to look at the positive side of this, we will air out our frustrations soon, but the positive thing is Rockstar isn't going to rush it. They want this game to be perfect. And
people are expecting a lot. I mean, exceeding expectations that have been built up over 10 years, that's or more than 10 years, is going to be a hard task. And with that many moving parts, it's always possible for one of them to, fall behind or some issue to arise and throw everything out of whack. It's just, I'm not a developer. I don't know enough to really speculate more than in the broad way that we are. Because surely something has happened internally, and I'm not an expert enough to really say as to what is most likely.
when you open about saying you're trying to make one of the biggest and probably they're trying to make the best game ever, how do you hit a point internally where you say, we are ready to release this game, right? Like, the pressure is so intense on this company right now. I can only imagine the pressure that they're all feeling. How are they ever going to get to a point where they're happy to ship what they think is going to be the best video game ever? I am not completely surprised that the game is getting delayed. It's got to be such a paralyzing sort of situation to be in. Like, there have never been this high of stakes on a video game release before. Trailer 1 has 250 million views. The stakes are so high.
Yeah,
they're through the roof.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and make sure this game is perfect. Hopefully,
I think it was just a mistake. I think it was a mistake that they put a date in that first trailer. I wonder what their mindset was when they put it there, because clearly they weren't certain as to when it was going to come out. That's why they gave themselves such a huge window of 2025. Like, we can hope.
Yeah.
And I guess I wonder what causes this certainty now, other than that maybe they feel like they have to suggest certainty as a bit of an apology to give that explicit date of May 26, 2026. I just wish I knew more about what was going behind the scenes, because obviously we're not given that much information at all. But
yeah, I wish they would share a bit more. But at this point, neither of us know that much about game development, but from the very little that we've heard, you try to fix one bug, a million other bugs can pop up. You try and fix one thing, the game can literally break, right? Like, this is one of the most important parts of the process, where you're bug fixing and trying to make sure that the game actually functions. The game is pretty much done, right? Like, you can assume that's how video games work. Over this final stretch, the game is going to be mostly done. They need to make sure it works now.
Yes. Speaking of things,
they're delaying it for.
Speaking of things just breaking, I believe in, I don't know if it was in the leaks of the GTA 5 source code, but there has been the back end notes between the developers who are working on GTA 5, and there'll be notes there being like, I don't know what this does, but if we get rid of it, everything breaks. So just don't touch it. And it's like, that's just game development, right? You something can happen. You can remove one thing, and it all comes down like a tumbling house of cards. But and the more complicated the game, the more likely such a thing can occur. It just sucks. Well,
when you think of, if you just look back at Red Dead 2 and all of the random little things that can happen in that game, and then you think of how much bigger GTA 6 is going to be, all the things you can do, all the interactions that could possibly happen, all of the just everything in this game, and trying to make sure that none of that is buggy. I can understand why they're delaying it. It's...
Yeah,
pain,
I mean...
Matt. Pain.
Yeah, like...
Look at us, chat. Look at this. I
don't know what else to say. Like, I just don't feel like we have
enough
enough
sit there in silence for a bit? Should we just... Oh, man. Let it out, Matt. I know, obviously this is a good thing, but...
No, I'm not... Like, I really want GTA 6 to come out. Like, I really, really do. But this is not the end of the world for me. I've got so many things I need to do. And it gives me more time to see the world and shit. My channel isn't doing amazingly right now, in the sense that, there's a waning interest in GTA 5 stuff. But I'll live. We didn't even have a confident date before anyway. So, and I always, for the longest time, I thought it was going to get delayed anyway, until I started to believe Strauss Zelnick and his, there's a new marketing strategy thing. So I'm not that surprised. I am devastated, but I'll soldier on.
Are you saying we were sold some false hope?
Yeah, but I mean, you thought you'd be playing GTA 6 in like 2023 or some shit, didn't you? Like a long time ago, you were like, "Oh, I'll just be doing GTA 5 content for like a couple of years," and then GTA 6
when I
first
first started my channel,
yeah,
like in 2019. Did anyone think GTA 6 would be coming out in 2026? In 2019?
I think there is some very old footage of me speedrunning, being like, "Oh, 2024, I'll be playing GTA 6. Don't worry about it." Yeah, no one expected this much of a delay between the games, but
It sucks. And look, people who are upset about it, I get it. There are probably not two people that understand that frustration more than the two guys you're looking at. This is rough for a lot of people that are keen for it, but it's short-term pain for long-term gain. And this will make the game better in the long run.
That is certainly true.
I guess all we can hope for is that they actually hit this date, now that we have a concrete date. Because there have been Rockstar games in the past that have been delayed twice. Let's hope this isn't one of them. Yeah.
Do you think
389 days?
So we talked before a bit in passing, I believe, about the idea that the PC release would not take as long to release as it did for GTA 5, which was about a year, I think. People were speculating that maybe it would only be 6 months for GTA 6. Do you think that this delay could mean that the console and PC release will come out at the same time? Because it's been effectively delayed 6 months, and so maybe it's just gonna all fall together. No.
No.
So how long do you think we're gonna be waiting for the PC release now?
Well,
till we're old and grey. It'll get delayed too.
Oh, you think you'll be alive when that happens, Matt? Don't get your hopes up.
I hope so, man.
How long was it till Red Dead 2 came to PC? A year and a half?
I think so. Yeah, it was longer than a year, I think. Right, chat?
GTA 5 was a year and a half?
Oh, I thought it was.
But GTA 5 expanded and enhanced was 2.5 years.
Yeah, so many.
To come to PC. I would say a year at the best, right? I think that's a best case scenario, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, I can hope, but I do think that a delay of the console version is likely suggestive of a delay of the PC version as well. But that would suck.
Oh, Matt, you look very sad. I'm smiling through the pain, but you do look sad.
I'm tired, but also sad. Yes, I mean, in a way, I just like that we've heard something. Like, I think I hated more the 514 days of nothing after the trailer.
I agree.
And just the endless speculation of everyone just going crazy trying to figure out what the fuck is going on at Rockstar Games, and getting the confirmation that at least there's a problem. That we know more than we knew an hour ago. About the state of Rockstar.
In my mind, like I would even be like more okay with the game coming out at the end of 2026 or in 2027 if we knew that like we would get a trailer every couple of months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's the fact if you're a fan of this franchise, it feels as though like there is nothing. Like I don't remember a time that GTA 5, for example, or just being in the GTA community has been more dead than it is right now or was yesterday, right? Not today. There's a bit going on, but being a part of the GTA online community with absolutely nothing is the harder part. It's not even necessarily how long we have to wait until the game comes out. I completely agree.
My question now is how much of their lack of communication over the last 514 days was because of the potential for this delay? Like, how many months ago were they looking at the numbers going like, this isn't adding up here? Delay, like maybe we were meant to get trailer 2 like 200 days ago, but they were like, oh shit, we're not going to make it here. Or things aren't looking as strong as we thought they were before. Let's delay trailer 2 in case we need to delay the game or something. Like how long ago did things look bad? And how much of that...
you have to wonder, don't you?
Because I think there must have been some suggestion that they weren't on track a few months ago. Because I don't think it makes sense for them to have waited 514 days. Fuck what Strauss Zelnick was saying about changing marketing strategies. I think that's complete bullshit. I think they were going to release trailer 2, and they haven't because they knew things were not going well behind the scenes. But I could be wrong, but...
No, I get it. The thing is, man, we just don't know.
We just don't know. But
we just don't know.
It's everything
Rockstar,
about
please
this.
Talk to us more, man.
Everything about this is so unorthodox. Like the game is, unorthodox. The marketing unorthodox. It's all just. There's nothing comparable to it. Strauss made a statement one hour ago. Did you read that statement?
No.
It was a small thing. Just Rockstar Games is pretty cool, and I like them. Strauss Zelnick stated that the publisher supported Rockstar's request for more time to finish the game. We support fully Rockstar Games taking additional time to realize their creative vision for GTA 6, which promises to be a groundbreaking, blockbuster entertainment experience that exceeds audience expectations. He's saying that over and over and over again. Rockstar said that too. Got to exceed those expectations. Honestly, if they just met my expectations, I'd be happy. Because my expectations are very high.
Matt,
but anyway.
Your expectations are going to get succeeded, and you're going to like it. So stop complaining. Your expectations are going to get exceeded.
Okay, I hope so.
All right.
While we take the movement of our title seriously and appreciate the vast and deep global anticipation of GTA 6, we remain steadfast in our commitment to excellence. And yeah, it's about it. Oh wait, it says it continues more. As we continue to release our phenomenal pipeline, we expect to deliver a multi-year period of growth in our business and enhance value for our shareholders. Oh, of course, they have to mention the shareholders because apparently, and if you Google TakeTwo stock price.
Oh no.
The aftermarket trading, it's down 10% or something. Well, it says 8 now, but it said 10 before.
Oh my god.
Oh, because it's open now. Oh, that's a dip. That is a dip.
Oh my god, that is like catastrophic.
I mean, but like it's all gonna come back, right?
Yeah,
it's all gonna come back.
But like,
yeah, obviously, no one's happy. It's interesting because, like, if the market expects certain things to happen, like that gets priced in, like, you know, weeks, months in advance. Like it's like no one was predicting this day of bam delay.
Yeah.
If you could have predicted this and shorted the Take-Two stock, you would have just made a killing.
Make a lot of money.
But no, we don't have that kind of insider trading information. Anyway.
No. Or else we'd be recording this podcast on a yacht.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Could they not have thrown out? So it was a question here from Captain. Could they not have thrown in one screenshot with the delay announcement? So you're saying
it's gotta be soon, man. It's gotta be soon.
Are you saying with the announcement of the delay of Red Dead 2, they actually put out screenshots and stuff?
Yes. I am like almost certain. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming October 16th, 2018. This was a newswire that Rockstar made on February 1st with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screenshots.
I guess we'd have to go back and see how much they'd shown of Red Dead Redemption 2 before then as to how significant that would be. But there was something there, and I hope it's not I hope it's not more evidence that things are even worse than we expect.
Yeah.
That they haven't released anything with this announcement. I don't think I'm not that concerned about it as long as they don't, you know, wait a month or two or something. Like it has to be in the next couple of weeks they're going to show us something. Let us, you know, take this all in, you know, get our bearings, rebuild our foundations, and then build us back up to being hyped again.
I mean,
I'm still hyped, I suppose. But
what harm does it do in announcing a date for trailer 2? Not even like just not releasing the trailer, just announcing when you will share more news.
Well, they said soon, so it's coming soon, dude.
Yeah, it's coming, man.
In the future, it will be there.
You keep sitting there waiting, Matt. It's coming. It's coming, dude.
Yeah. Did you see Jason Schrier on Blue Sky? What, did he have another take? Nobody I've talked to at Rockstar has believed fall 2025 was a real window for a very long time now. Too much work, not enough time, and what appears to be a real desire from management to avoid brutal crunch. GTA 6 slipping to GTA 6 has seemed inevitable for months, if not longer. I mean, if this is what it takes to avoid the previous crunch culture that Rockstar had, I mean, makes me even more okay with the delay. I wouldn't want them to, you know, be working 16-hour days to get this game out in some arbitrary time, rather than just delaying it a bit. But I guess his tweet does suggest what we were talking about before, that this is something that...
I hate tweets like that, though, Matt.
Oh,
like, I knew that... I've heard this for months.
Yeah, I guess.
But now that it's public, yeah, this is what I've been hearing. You know what, Jason? I've heard the same things for months.
TGG, very well known in the Rockstar offices. He's there all the time, just like talking to people, going out for lunch. First name
hate
basis with the
reporting
devs.
like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can always suggest that you know more than you do. But I don't know. Jason said leaked some stuff before, hasn't he? Like he probably does talk to some of these people sometimes.
Probably, but like people were asking him. People are always asking Jason, "What is the game like behind schedule?" He's always said, "I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't know. I don't know." That's maybe he's telling the truth, but it's just I don't think I hate that type of reporting where something comes out and you just jump on board and say, "Yeah, that's what I thought all along."
What's his name? I'm like, chat. Who was that guy who famously said he knew why Dr. Disrespect got banned, but he can't talk about it?
Yeah.
It was like the classic example of this. Slasher, yes. Slasher comes out and says, "Hey, yo, I know why Dr. Disrespect got banned, but I can't talk about it for legal reasons." And he just never talked about it or whatever. As a classic example of that, I suppose.
Yep.
You got to feel bad for all the other game devs, though. Because we were talking before about how devs are trying to maneuver their own releases to avoid the catastrophic bombshell that GTA 6 is going to be to the market for other games. And this delay, they're like, come on, I moved my game to May 2026, and now you're telling me I have to move it back. What the hell?
Yeah, well, maybe you might see a bunch of games getting delayed that are coming out mid-year. Like maybe Death Stranding gets a delay, for example, that's coming out in, I think, June or something. Like
or pushed out faster.
chance.
You never know.
Well, some games that are coming out in May next year will be getting pushed up or pushed back now.
Yeah.
Nothing will be coming out June next year.
No.
Nothing.
No. Why is it dropping on a Tuesday?
It's pretty normal. Games normally either drop on a Friday or a Tuesday.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
I don't
know. To be
know.
honest, that's how most games do it.
Huh, strange.
Yeah. Friday because like weekend, obviously. And Tuesday, it's historically actually I think because they ship the games out to like, GameStop or whoever, and they open it and they set it all up. They receive the package on Monday because that's the first day of the working week. And then Tuesday it's good to go. But that hasn't been necessary for a very long time, obviously. But it's just tradition, I guess. I could be yapping. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I made that up, Matt.
Possibly. I mean, you could be Jason on Blue Sky. I just mean like, I feel like dropping a game on Tuesday would hamper sales, right? To some degree, like because they want to break records. They want to be in the history books as the most sales possible in one day. And I'd be dropping my game Friday to maximize that possibility.
Do you want them to delay it again?
Yeah, I'll give them
Friday.
a call. I'll be like, look, have you considered that it's a Tuesday and not a Friday? I mean, you haven't given this enough thought.
Hold on. September 17, 2013. What day of the week was that? Do you remember?
You think off the dome I would remember that?
It was a Tuesday, Matt.
Was
That's
it
when
Tuesday?
GTA 5 came out, a Tuesday.
Oh, really? No, maybe there's some reason that they love Tuesdays. Hate Mondays, but
Maybe
like
Rockstar
Tuesdays.
knows what they're doing.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Rockstar is orange. Garfield is orange. Garfield hates Mondays. They had to skip Monday, and then Tuesday is the next day. So there you go. I'm so lame. Okay.
I think this guy's tired.
A little bit, yes. Google says Tuesdays allows devs to work on games the whole week. True. Because if you drop a game Friday and it has some technical issues or whatever, the devs, at least a lot of them, won't be there on the weekend to work. But if you drop a Tuesday, you get the whole week of throwing out patches to make the game the best it can possibly be. Genius.
I guess a small indie game like indie developer like Rockstar probably can't afford to pay their staff weekend rates.
That's true.
So,
they're probably not making much money with the release of this game.
You got to do everything to save a buck nowadays, right? Like, with these tariffs, this inflation, it's just,
May 15th, new investor earnings call, potentially more information. I am sure they will address this in the earnings call, and we may get some more information. That's definitely possible.
Yeah. Well, probably not.
Well, they might repeat the same information, but we occasionally get small little nuggets of like, maybe we might learn how long Rockstar suspected they were having issues.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we're not going to get like a play-by-play of the last couple of months.
But, maybe Strauss Zelnick will put the Rockstar Newswire, put it in ChatGPT, and just, like, change a word here or there, and then,
you find trust at everyone, lady.
Can you tell I'm not happy?
I can tell. Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine if they delayed GTA 6 just so it can be on the PS6. The game's definitely going to be on PS6, but they want to be on the PS5 as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's not actually like that crazy of a take anymore.
Because there is the possibility that they want the more powerful hardware to be able to play the game at a decent FPS and graphics and stuff, and the next generation of consoles will be better able to do that. But consider all the sacrifices they made for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox One to get the game on them. They would be losing sales waiting for the next generation.
Yeah, I like the game will come out on PS5. I'm just saying, like, at this rate, the PS5 came out in 2020. About 7 years between consoles, right? 2027, which is only a year after GTA 6 comes out, we could be playing the PS6.
It could end up being the case that with the PC release, it would go on the next-gen consoles, whatever the new Xbox is, and the PlayStation 6. I mean, it's kind of what happened with GTA 5, right?
Well, yeah, I got some sad news. GTA 5 came to next-gen consoles before it came to PC.
Really?
Yeah, 2014 it came to PS4.
It was like a few months or something, right?
About a year after release.
Oh, hold on.
PS4 it was another 6 months after that for PC. Sorry. There is a chance that the game comes to PS6 before it comes to PC.
Oh, dude, that would suck so much.
I know.
I know. It just might be too much information, right? I don't know.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
this is vodka right here.
Wouldn't rule it out. Let's say that.
And Pelly is no longer with us, but I keep up his traditions, He's with me in spirit, with my water, with my hydration.
Use code DarkViperAU or code TGG at
for 10% off.
For 10% off. The noodles are really good. Like, actually really good.
Surprisingly really good.
I like the noodles.
I don't know why they call them gamer soups, but...
Like a soup.
It is like a soup, but it's got noodles, but...
Well, gamer noodles, I guess that'd be alright, wouldn't it?
What do you think about this take that Strauss Zelnick is a liar and constantly lies to the shareholders and stuff? I don't agree with it.
I think Strauss Zelnick is a really good CEO.
He represents things in the best light, and
I don't think if you're Strauss Zelnick,
yeah,
you're gonna do what he did.
You get to put a positive spin on things, but I don't think he ever lies. I don't think he explicitly lies. He would say things that are technically true that make people seem high, make people feel hyped for the future, and the games that are going to come out in there. Because no CEO is coming out and being like, "Look, guys, everything is fucked. Like, what's going on in this company? I don't understand. We got nothing coming out, bro. We're doomed."
Yeah, TakeTwo Interactive is worth $38 billion.
That's quite a bit of money.
You're the head of a $38 billion company. There's a lot of pressure on you, and you're not going to come out and do something. If you got to understand, right? Their stock price is down 7% today. 7% of $38 billion is like what?
$3 billion.
$3 billion-ish? Just under $3 billion they've lost today. Like, yeah, there's a lot of pressure. And if he comes out and says GTA 6 is behind schedule, he's going to cost his company $3 billion. So no, I don't blame Strauss. He didn't actually lie about anything. No.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
No.
And it remains a question as to how much... Because how much he knew is, and I think Rockstar's given quite a bit of freedom. I mean, he says that they have a lot of freedom to do whatever they want, to be creative and create the thing that they feel deep inside their hearts, or whatever the hell kind of language he uses.
Yeah. Look,
so
we're in the eye of the storm right now, man. Like, when the game is out, this stuff won't matter. This is all just the pre-game. It doesn't matter in the long term. So if people are mad at Strauss Zelnick, that'll blow over. Yeah, look, man, on one hand, it's just cool to at least hear something, right? I guess that's what we've got to keep telling ourselves, because, man, it's been dry. It has been... when you're primarily a GTA content creator, not a fun year and a bit.
I mean, I have heard of this channel. It's Mr. Boss Fuck the World or something. I mean, he puts out a lot of videos about GTA 6. I mean,
he doesn't struggle coming up with ideas.
No. Apparently, there's some information out there if you're willing to make it up. So,
how often does he make GTA 6 content?
A little bit.
How often? Like we get news like every 3-4 months? So maybe like a few times a month.
He's got a video every day, and some of this shit's AI now. Like, the hell, man. The hell. At least it's not getting that many views now. Surprisingly. Like, I remember looking at this shit a few years ago, and it was getting like 5 mil.
I feel like if he makes a video on the game getting delayed, it'll be like The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like, it won't get more views because no one believes him.
I hope so. I hope there is some consequences to his constant bullshit over these years. Maybe
next Friday.
Think about it. Maybe this is the marketing. This was the grand plan. They saw with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, it's got people more interested in the game, talking about the game when they delayed it. And they're like, look, guys, if we delay the most anticipated game of all time, the headlines, people will be like, GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6. And so they basically marketed the game in every media in the world without saying or spending a single dime. It's possible. I don't believe this, but maybe it's a whole grand strategy.
Show us the game, man.
Yep.
I don't care if you delay.
They'll get people hyped. They'll get people talking.
Screenshot in there. Give us a new fucking artwork. I don't want to see Jason and Lucia on that car anymore.
Exactly.
If I see that too many more times, bad things could happen to me, Matt. Oh my God, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing the same logo,
I'm going to predict...
Now that it has a date.
I'm going to predict within 2 weeks we get something.
Matt, I've been down that road. I'm telling you, it doesn't end well. Do not make predictions, Matt.
I don't normally make predictions.
No.
I'm making a prediction now.
I know from where you're sitting now, Matt. Listen to me. I know it seems logical from where you're sitting now. I know. But when those 2 weeks pass and we get fucking nothing, you're going to look bad and people are going to say, you told me we would get information. You're a clickbaiter. You're a Mr. Boss for the win. Don't make a prediction.
All I'm doing is
Take that back.
All I'm doing is applying logic to Rockstar games. Matt, like, how is that a bad thing to do? Like, Rockstar's a company that wants to make money. Clearly, they're going to do the logical thing. As they've always done in the past. I don't know. It's,
delete that. Take that back. Take it back.
No.
Okay. Well,
if I had stuck to my guns and just said, as I always believed, that the game was going to be delayed, I would have been right. I'm never taking anything back ever. I'm going to make a prediction and stick to it. Within 2 weeks. Something.
This isn't going to end well.
No.
Oh, dear.
Yes, doesn't seem like there's anything. So I guess we should sign off then. It is funny here, though, that they had just a normal tweet, like, less than a day before about GTA Plus and stuff. Like, I don't know. It just felt so out of the blue at such a weird time, and yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Oh, wake me up in May 2026.
So I guess this is the end of this episode of the 6-Star Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was largely about some pretty negative news. Hopefully, the next episode we have some more, good stuff to talk about and show and see and stuff. Peace out.
Yeah. Goodbye, guys. Sorry for the bad news.
And I guess that's it then. And